represent your club or just a player that you really like over at Club Vector. The link can be found down below. We also take requests for new names and shirts. My Twitter can be found down below. And if you'd rather get your coins direct rather than roll the dice with FIFA points, head to u7buy.com and at checkout use the code TVM for a discount. The link can be found down below. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video, 6 PM. I've already tried recording this once, but my cat is an absolute dick and just made noise the entire way through. So here we are again. John Stones is the player today. One squad, which is good. Definitely a reason to do it, but also plenty of reasons not to do it. I think it's going to come down to personal preference, and I think that's one of the reasons, or I think that's the main message to take away from this video, is that any SBC that EA release could be worth it for someone. And I always say this in every video, that I'm not here to tell you this card isn't worth it. I'm here to give you the pros and cons of the SBC itself, right? So we all know about players coming out as SBCs and they're all untradeable, right? So you need to take that into consideration whenever you decide, yes, I'm going to do it, no, I'm not going to do it. You cannot sell it afterwards. So effectively, regardless of whether this John Stones is the best thing since sliced bread or whether he's terrible, after you've completed it, the only thing that card is not good for, but the only value you have to that card is the cheapest 86 you can buy. Because essentially, you can't sell it, you have to keep it or put it into an SBC. And if you put it into an SBC, it's not suddenly worth what you've paid for it, it's worth what an 86 is worth. So take that into consideration, because this card, regardless of how good these stats are when we click on it right now, this card will not carry you beyond Team of the Season. It may take you to Team of the Season, maybe, we'll have to look at it, but it's not going to be in your team until the end of the game, unless you stop playing the game, obviously. So at some point, this card is going to be worth just what is an 86. So 4-star weak foot's very good. 3-star skill moves is kind of irrelevant for a centre-back. I don't really remember anyone trying to skill me with this centre-back. I'm not saying they couldn't do it, because they definitely could, but they haven't tried it. 6'2", high attacking work rate, medium defensive. That's obviously not ideal. You'd prefer that to be the other way around for sure. Acceleration and sprint speed is very, very comparable to Van Dijk, to the point where there's only 2 points difference in sprint speed. The acceleration is the same, I think. The sprint speed, 81, compared to Van Dijk's 79, I think. I've used Van Dijk a lot this year, and I think that's the right stat. His short passing is much better. Why am I comparing him to Van Dijk instantly? The reason for that is because I think he's better than Joe Gomez. I know Joe Gomez is like overpowered and everything, and that is going to kind of be the, oh, well, I've got Joe Gomez, do I upgrade to Stones? But if you can afford to upgrade to this SBC, more than likely you can afford to go and buy Van Dijk. If you have Van Dijk, you're not thinking, oh, do I go and get John Stones instead? I don't think. I mean, you could, I guess, because he's around 200k. You could sell him, build this for like 140, 150k, maybe with a couple of untradables in your club, and free up some assets that way. But I mean, on paper, the cards are you can compare them. They are quite similar, but I think Van Dijk sort of beats this John Stones card where it counts. You know, the short passing, fine, Stones wins that, but Van Dijk beats him for composure. He beats him for, I think, reactions. He's not going to be as mobile, and Stones will beat him there, but defensively, I mean, Van Dijk wins across the board, and it's the same with physicals as well. But just because they beat each other, or one beats the other on paper, doesn't mean that Stones isn't going to be as good, if not better, than Van Dijk, because we know that pace and agility and mobility is far more valuable in this game than how good the player is defensively. So the fact that Stones beats him for agility and probably balance as well, I think. Where is Van Dijk? Oh, yeah, he absolutely smashes him for balance. So Van Dijk has 61 agility, 53 balance, and Stones has 77 and 70. So absolutely obliterates him for that. With the right chem style as well, could even be better. Although I would want to stick a shadow on him, let's be honest. You'd want as much pace boost as you can. You want to try and boost the defending as much as possible. Let me go and have a look. Probably should have prepared this before I started the video, seeing as how it started it after 6 o'clock, and I knew that John Stones was the player. It's currently coming in at between 140 and 150, like I said. If you were to give him a shadow, you get a 93 rated centre-back, which has 99 slide tackle, 99 stand tackle, 92 defensive awareness, 92 heading, and 98 interceptions with really good physical stats. Very good short passing for a centre-back. Reactions, ball control, composure, good. Agility, yeah, it could be higher, but for 77 for a centre-back, I'm not going to argue with that at all. Literally the only negative to take away from this, in my opinion, is the fact that he has a high attacking work rate. Does Ramos still have a high attacking work rate? Because I play against Ramos a lot, just because people obviously pick him. And yes, he does. So, comparable to Ramos in a sense with regards to his work rate. So if you've used Ramos, you'll know his sort of positioning tendencies, if you will. Defensive awareness on Ramos is 85. It's 87 on Stones. So you could argue that Stones is going to be a little bit better in terms of positioning, but he's going to have the same desire to want to get forward in the attack. But if you've got them on stay back while attacking, you shouldn't have to worry about it. I wouldn't have thought. Ramos is 60k for those wondering. Is Stones worth it? I think it's going to just boil down to the individual at the end of the day. If you need Stones or want Stones, or a Man City fan, build an England team, like to collect cards, sure, why not? If you want the meta edge and you're looking to try and spend your coins as efficiently as possible, is it worth doing? Probably not. Maybe wait for something else to come along. You have 6 days to complete this though, so you have time. You know, you're going to have a rewards day. You're going to have a new set of headliners go into packs before this disappears. You have opportunity to do this after maybe a few days of seeing what else EA released. Good to see a card released from EA today, though. The reason we didn't have 6 PM content yesterday was because, well, there really wasn't any, was there? We had one thing, and it's this single draft token pack. There for 2 days if you want to complete it. I've not looked at it, so I don't know. It's a 77 rated team. I mean, if you were going to go into the draft and you were going to spend coins, probably cheaper to do it this way, I suppose. For everyone else, probably don't bother. And we get a Prime Electrum Players Pack today. I think this is for a 77 rated team as well. I have looked at it once. 77 rated team, 80 chemistry. If you have the untradables and whatever, feel free. Otherwise, I don't know if that is worth it. Probably. But, I mean, it's tradable, right? So I think I probably will do it. I do like a Prime Electrum Players Pack. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. Again, the league-wise, I don't really care if we have new leagues or not. They're not. I mean, I do the best packs in each, and then I leave them alone, right? And in terms of icons, I really don't know. I just don't know what the point is in them, really. They'll drop like 3 mediocre ones every now and again and call it a day. Speaking of calling it a day, what a transition. That's going to do it for today. If you think John Stones is worth it, let me know in the comments. I would be tempted to do this for review, but I can't keep doing 85 rated teams constantly. My coins are just going down and down with nothing in sight to raise it back up again. But if you've done it and you've played with him, let me know what you think of him. If you plan to do it, let me know. And if you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.